Hey, what's going on? And this is in case I am already live on YouTube. Let me go ahead and finish that because I'm going live on a couple of platforms. And what I'm going to do, give me a quick second, y'all, please. All right, we saved that. That's going. And we're going to click on going all the way live. And what I'm doing now, let's go ahead and let's hit the record button. Last time I did not hit it, so that was on me. But we're doing this. Boom. Okay, excellent, excellent. So, Coach Trev, the accountability coach, back at you. Just doing some confirmation here. Let me turn down everything, making sure that I am all the way live. And it looks like it, yes. Wonderful. That's a blessing. Okay. All right. So I'm live there. And let me make sure that I am live here. So what's going on YouTube? Turning up. Let's go ahead and looks like I am live there. Oh, this is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can. Can I go ahead and, hey, Miss Caroline, great to see you. Excellent, wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. All right. And what I'm going to do here is see if I can let everybody know that I am live. Come on, let's go. If not, let's go here. So I want to thank you all so much. I know it is 6 o'clock and I am mindful of the time. So, yep, I can. Let me just put a note here. I am live. Ooh, I am live now. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So let me jump in and get started. Thank you all so much. If you're watching this live, put hashtag live in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments. Yes, hashtag live or hashtag replay. When you put hashtag replay, that lets me know that you're watching this not only in a replay, but if you have any questions that I can go back to you in case you're watching this and you have a question on the slides, things, you want to know how to direct message me, you want to know how to book a time, anything along those lines. So I'm excited, ready to go. It's 6:01. I am looking forward to it. So got a bit of a new layout with these slides here. So I'm just going to minimize the things that I have online here, not show any private or client information. And I'm going to, let's see, so let's go ahead and get this started. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me move that over here, slide that there. And once again, thank you all so much. I appreciate the time. Usually what I try to do is not even try. What I'm going to do is I aim to finish up by 6:30 at the latest. This is Q&A. This is also interactive. So if you have any questions that you want to put in the comments, let me know. Put those questions in. I will do my best to integrate them into class, integrate them either during the presentation or towards the end. Okay, so let's go. Our title today is How to Break the Cycle of Starting and Stopping. So let me share my screen. And let's get that over here. Excellent, wonderful. You see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone just to make sure that that you can see when I see and that everything is copacetic. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm a little bit delayed on the phone here, but you know what? I'm just going to um, start this here. Great. How to break the cycle of starting and stopping. So I want to welcome you all to our transformative workshop. So this is really on building consistency and also accountability. You know, as you see on the screen, it says the start and stop syndrome affects 70% of goal setters, according to the Harvard Business Review. 70%. So we're just short of the 80, 90, just 30% off of 100%. So what we're going to do is we're going to explore an accountability framework that has helped thousands break free from inconsistency and really achieve those lasting results. This will help whether you have a business, whether you have a business or starting a business, looking to expand your current business. Also, if you're in the corporate world, in the nonprofit world, you're looking to expand any projects that you're working on. You're working with people, whether those people are paid reports, they're volunteers or voluntold. So this is here is how to break the cycle of starting and stopping. All right. So let's go ahead and move forward in this. So let's talk about understanding the cycle. So first, there's the top pyramid, it's perfectionism. Because people ask if I'm doing a project, if I'm doing a particular effort, I've got to gather people out here. We're doing an event, we've got tables laid out, we want vendors, whatever it is. Some people are thinking, if it's not perfect, why bother? I haven't put out the flyers. I haven't posted it on this platform, that platform. There's not enough time. I should have put it out a week ago, a day ago, some reminders. If I can't do that, why even bother? So that's part of the cycle there. A next part of the cycle is overwhelm. Overwhelm. Too many options can paralyze your progress. You're not sure, you could wake up in the morning. Like I had that today. It was in the morning, started a bit late, and I said, okay, I've got to go up, I got to go grab some water, but then I've got to check my texts. Or before that, I need to send an email. What have I checked this account? Did I get a response on something? Sometimes you have that and you're stuck in that paralysis analysis. You've got so much going on. So you start something, but then you remember something else is coming up. So you stop that and you start this. Too many options. Like I said, it can parallel progress. You get into that paralysis of analysis and you don't move forward. And the next is fear. You're not sure if you do this now, is that going to have a detrimental effect later? So that uncertainty can really trigger abandonment. If I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to stop altogether. If I don't know how to start this business, how to create this video, how to edit it, how to get the words up, just how people do, create captions. I'm not sure how to get people together. I'm not sure how to get the resources. There's that fear, that uncertainty, that false evidence appearing real. So then you don't do anything and you stop there. So that is a challenge in itself. And so this statistic here says the average project is abandoned within just 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Survey data shows 62% of adults struggle to sustain new habits. So this is not something that's uncommon. This is a cycle, which is a real thing. So we're talking here about breaking that cycle, about breaking, stopping, putting it on hold, saying, this is where I stop. This is where it stops. And sometimes cycles can go on for years, decades, generations. So if that is a cycle of, okay, my family started this, but we never finished, so we abandoned it. This could be the moment where you break that generational cycle. Okay, so what's that cycle you've been dealing with from birth, from 10 years ago, from whatever milestone, whatever event that you want to put in there? This is about first understanding the cycle, because you can't break something if you don't have an understanding or an understanding of it. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's continue on as we talk about that. Let's move on and talk about the consistency of that. So as we move forward, let's talk about the cost of inconsistency. All right. So if everything, what I talked about that cycle, does that make sense? Put a 1 in the comment if it makes sense about perfectionism, overwhelm, about the abandonment, all those things that come into play about stopping things. If that lands, put a 1 in the comment. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 here because that does land. The perfectionism, the fear, the overwhelm, all that. All right. So now let's talk about the cost of inconsistency of not moving forward. So one, there's a 40% productivity drop when frequently restarting tasks, meaning that if you've got to restart something, let's say you're doing an outside project, maybe some yard work, maybe some work around the house, a DIY effort, maybe you're doing some type of fundraiser function. If you've put it off and you've started it, you stopped it, you put it off there, yes, there's going to be really that drop in productivity. Why is it taking longer? Because of this. The next time, there's 3 times as much time wasted compared to consistent effort. So you start and you stop. Yes, that's why it's taking longer. That's why, before when you did it, you might have been doing consistent effort. But now if you have to start and stop, you're wondering why does it take longer? Lower productivity, time wasting, same thing. So it's a matter of really understanding the cycle. And 68% emotional impact. So people report feelings of guilt and self-doubt. Why? Because they've got to start over. They've got to do it again. They've got to get the energy. And it takes so much more energy to stop and start. People, you don't understand how the mental toll it takes, the emotional toll, the physical toll, all of these things, these intangibles that you don't measure. That's what's the issue there. Okay. So beyond statistics, inconsistency erodes self-trust. Each time you quit, every single time, it reinforces the belief that you can't follow through. So you hear that negative talk, the the belief, and what belief, that's something that's a deep root issue that becomes part of your system. It's your energy that has that. Yeah, it becomes part of your belief, your aura, your environment. So here we are really talking about breaking that cycle, breaking that mindset, or really that set mind of starting and stopping, breaking that cycle. Because the goal is not to reinforce the fact that you can't follow through. It's to find out what you can do to break the cycle. So now you know the pyramid, you know the why, you know the cost of inconsistency. Now, what's the result? Why am I pushing this? What's the purpose? So let's look at this. Why does accountability work? Oh, and I don't know if you can see the bottom of that. No, you can't. All right. That can be a challenge there. So, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to escape out of there and I'm going to show it this way. Can I hide that? Yes, there we go. Okay, so let's see. How does it show up here? Beautiful. Okay, so why accountability works. So look at these graphs here. One, when you do a project and you put various, and this compares from a solo effort, written goals, public commitment, and having an accountability coach. So if you are by yourself, then the percentage that of completion and success is 25%, that low. Written goals, you write things down and say, this is what I'm going to get done. So written goals, you get a bit higher, you get 40%. All right. So yes, you're now moving forward, you're increasing things. Yeah, you're increasing. So yeah, a written goal is better than solo effort? Yes. Now, the next is public commitment. You're putting yourself out there to people. You're putting it on platforms. Now you're raising yourself up to 65% of completion of how this works. All right. So it's 65%. Now, the last thing, an accountability coach. 95%. The numbers speak for themselves. So accountability coaches and partners, they boost goal attainment by 65%. Social commitment, really, it activates, oh, hold on. Social commitment activates our desire to maintain consistency in front of others. So your accountability coach goes, you go from 25% to 95%. That right there spells it all. You need to have an accountability. All right. So let's get back to the slide. So now this is how we're breaking the cycle. We talked about the what, we talked about the cycle and understanding it. We've talked about the cost of consistency. So now looking at this, let's discuss, and let me look around and see. Sorry, I was looking for something else, but anyways, let's continue with the momentum. Let's get that going. So now this is how we break the starting and stopping cycle. The accountability framework, 5 pillars, and we're going to walk through these so that you have an understanding of that. And be sure as you're doing this, know that the replay is going to be up. All right. So this will be up, and also and I'll also let you know about an option that you can, if you wanted to work directly with me about how to implementing that. Just let me know, talkwithtrevor.com, and we can keep moving. So let's move forward. The accountability framework, 5 pillars. Pillar number 1, clarity. One of the things when it comes to your projects, the goals, the things you're doing, you want to define your goals in measurable terms. So let's highlight that, measurable terms. This is what I want to complete in this frame. So in this frame, and I'll show you an example of that. The next pillar, commitment, set public intentions. Who knows where you are? Who knows what it is that you're doing? Set public intentions. Next, check-ins, structured, underline the word structured. Yes, structured progress reviews. Next, the pillar number 4, consequences, preset rewards and penalties. Yes, penalties. Community, build a support network. So those are the 5 pillars right there. Let's break them down. Now, any questions, put them in the comments, put them in the chat. I will definitely get that. So let's go. Pillar number 1, clarity. So here's an example. Some people say, well, you know what? I want to exercise more. Specific. You want to run 3 miles. There you go. Run 3 miles every other day. Or you say, you know what? I'm going to do a certain amount of steps. I'm going to write a paragraph or a page so that I can complete my book. So I'll write a page a day. You could write 2 pages a day, whatever it is, but you're specific with it. Next, measurable. Track progress with numbers or clear stones. All right. So if my goal is to write a book, then I want to say, when do I want it done? Work backwards. Okay, we'll work on 3 to 5 pages a day and see where I'm at within the next 7 days. So if it's 5 pages I do in 7 days, it should be 35 pages. If I do 3, 21, but at least I'm over 20. So that's my count, but it's measurable. You've got a figure that's there. I would suggest sticking to one figure rather than say 3 to 5, get a figure. Time bound, set deadlines for each stage of your goal. So really, these are SMART goals. SMART goals increase follow through by 76%, according to Forbes. Vague goals, they create confusion about what success looks like. You're not sure what it is. I want to feel better. I want my home to look better. I want to be organized. I want to be clean. I want to learn this language. These are general. Let's get specific. Be as specific as possible. Then you want to measure, you want to set achievable, you want to get results, and they want to be time bound. Those are SMART goals. Next, pillar 2. Pillar 2 and 3, commitment and check-ins. Why that's cut off, I am not sure, but quite all right. First thing, public declarations. Share your goal with at least 3 people who matter to you. So your goal is to your goal is to buy a car by the end of summer, or you want to you want to save up enough money to travel to Hawaii in October. Whatever your case is, share it with 3 people. 3 people who matter to you, who are that specific, that clear. Next. And so schedule check-ins. So weekly progress reviews with your accountability coach. That's key. Weekly. Anything, bi-weekly, depending upon how you are with that or whatever. Sometimes some people could do a month out. But what I would say is if you're having trouble with the starting and stopping, weekly. If you are having a deep trouble between those weeks, then set several areas of set appointment times. You may not meet weekly, but you could check in. There are times where you can say, I need to check in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know we're going to meet following Wednesday. Let's check in Wednesday, check in Friday, and check in Saturday evening. Via text, whatever it is, quick messaging. Those quick check-ins, they help you stay on track. Next, progress tracking. Use a habit tracking apps that can visualize, help you really view and see your consistency streak. This weekly check-ins, they increase project progress reporting by 45%. In technology, helps they make consistency visible and reinforce commitment. So that's the key of this. This is not just ideas and theories we're drawing out here. This is something that is data driven. So those weekly check-ins there is being able to see your progress. That's a key thing. That really helps your belief system, resets your mind, and gets you wired for your next phase, which is key. This is landing. Put a yes in the chat that this is landing. This is making sense. These pillars are something that I have heard of, and yes, they do ring true. Next, all right, pillars 4 and 5, consequences and commitment. So, meaningful consequences. Pre-commit to specific awards or penalties tied to your performance. Donate $50 to charity if your goal is missed. Treat yourself to concert tickets if completed. So these are just examples. I know people look at it and go, ooh, really? Penalties if you miss your goal? Yes. You've got to have that mindset of, okay, there are some consequences if I don't do that. These are impetuses. These are the catalysts. The goal is to keep you going, inspired, pushing you forward, helping, making sure that you are staying accountable and true to your goals. So yes, treat yourself. So donate $50 or do some, that could be replaced with do an hour of cleaning off somebody's yard, whatever it may be. But come up with with these rewards or penalties that are tied to your performance so that you are that much more committed to your goals. All right. So that's pillar number 4. Pillar 5, community. So supporting me. Find people that can help you with ongoing inspiration and momentum. All right. So in that, there's a 23% higher success rate with online groups. You want to meet weekly, as we talked about earlier, for that maximum impact and share both your struggles and your wins. That's a key thing. Share both your struggles and share your wins. That's very important. You've got to be honest and transparent in order for this to work. That's clear. Okay. Moving on. Some tools that can help you, that can help to support your accountability. One, digital tracking you can use on your phone. Use calendar, your reminder, and alarms that can help you with some automated check-ins, some accountability that's there. So those that will support, not come in place of, they support your accountability. So there's an example of digital tracking. Next, an accountability contract. So when you meet with an accountability coach, such as myself, formal agreements, they increase commitment by 80%, 80. So when you have a formal agreement, There's a fair exchange. You're saying, I'm going to do this, sign the agreement, pay the fee, or whatever it is. It's one time or it's over a period of time. It increases your commitment by 80%. Because these agreements, they include specific goals, they have check-in schedules, they have the consequences. So these are the rewards and consequences. When you have this down in writing and you have that there, you are more than halfway there. 80% is more than halfway. Those are the numbers. Next, community platforms. So you got things like Meetup, Facebook groups, and Slack channels. They can connect you with like-minded goal setters, people that are on that path, whether they want to, whatever their goal is, whatever they want to do. If they want to be an artist, they want to travel the world, they want to sell art, whatever the case may be. Become develop a channel or become popular on social media, whatever the case may be. These are, there are plenty of platforms out there for you to connect with. And your coach can point that to you as well. So now let's put this all together to summarize this up. So one, you choose one goal. Select a meaningful goal that you've struggled with to maintain consistency. Next, apply the framework. Clarity, commitment, check-ins, consequences, and community support. Next, partner up. Share your plan with your coach and establish the accountability milestones. Very key, very important. That's the formal 80%. And then let's take action today. Accountability is the shortcut to consistency. So that's putting it all together. This is by applying this immediately and putting it as an activation, then you are saying that you are drawing a line in the sand. This is it. I'm moving forward. I'm breaking the cycle of starting and stopping. I am moving forward. I'm progressing. I'm not the heartbeat, the EKG. I'm steady moving forward. No stopping. All gas, no brakes. All right. So let me stop the share. And let's see, any questions, put them in the chat. So that's really it when it comes to this. When it comes, the framework that is out there, the accountability framework, those 5 pillars, when you have an accountability coach, that's going to increase your commitment. That's going to help you guide and import and insert the framework, implement it effectively so that your goals can be met. That's the important thing. This is how you break the cycle of starting and stopping. This is how you continue on. Okay, so if you're interested in how to implement this and you're looking for some customized help with this, then get on my calendar at talkwithtrevor.com. We'll have a brief conversation about how you can implement this into your world. And then if you're interested, I'll offer you some time where if you're interested in joining joining my group coaching, my mastermind, I'll let you know. I'll let you know the details behind that. With the mastermind, we would be meeting twice a week, 30 minutes for coaching, and then 30 minutes towards the end of the week for Q&A, any of those things. And so the people that would be in my mastermind, you would have access to the recordings, to any special notes that we have, and it will be exclusively for you. Okay, so that's the mastermind. Also, I'll let you know about the one-on-one. If as we discussed, present you with the one-on-one option. If you want to work just directly with me, meeting with me, then I'll put that offer on the table for you. Okay. But so either way, you can find out more about this just by going to talkwithtrevor.com. Okay. So that's all I have for you. As I said, I'd just like to keep you just from 6 to 6:30. It was a couple minutes early. As I says, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in there. And I see right in the comments, choose, apply, partner, action. There you go. There you go. So this will be up. The replay will be here, will be in the group here. on Meta and also here in my channel. Be sure you're liking, you're subscribing, you're commenting, sharing this as well. Because we know people that can use this, people that are starting and stopping that could use this, or those that are in the middle of restarting. Send them this, share about this. That's why they have the framework. And if they need somebody there, then tell them to go to talkwithtrevor.com, book a time there, and I'd be more than willing to discuss how they can implement it and go further along the line. That's the goal. Success is breaking the cycle. All right. So I want to thank you all. I appreciate this and stay tuned. I'll let you know when I'll go live next. Thinking about when I'll do the workshop next. I may be doing a workshop probably 2 weeks from now. So looking at that, depending upon the holiday, but there will be times that I'll be going live on various platforms. So be sure that you like, subscribe, comment, share, follow, all those good things. All right. And I look forward to connecting with you all very soon. Have a great day and be blessed.